This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Louisville Cardinals and the Florida Gators. Restate the Stadium Call again. Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, Louisville's head coach told me before the game, his running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And the Gators headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Here's Brown to begin the drive. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, on a lot of 3rd downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that 3rd down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the first, and they keep this drive alive.
They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
This quarterback part of their running game. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. All right, guys, let's talk for a minute about Louisville. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cardinals. Great job by the back on the option. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk. And strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Making side adjustments here. He'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Motion from the wide receiver. Caught behind the line. It's Singleton. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Gets it to him on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
That last completion was not exactly what they had in mind. Going backwards, they'll try to convert on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Here's the pressure. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down.
Man, what a break on the football. He read that the whole way. He just couldn't finish it. You know he saw the end zone. He saw the grass in front of him to break on that and maybe take it to the house, but just a missed opportunity.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Right back to him on the ground. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
On target. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The give to Brown. He's going to lose a yard on that one, as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll go right back to the run. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. As we get a look at the numbers so far, lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive. Bringing it back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Down by a touchdown, and we'll see if they can get on the board with this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Handoff for Ball. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
You know, when you go dime personnel package, you've got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
Louisville's offense is taking the field, and they look ready to go. Ings got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive, and then quickly went to Pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this third possession. And the Cardinals come to the line in the hurry-up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work.
And how about that, guys? Like, make no bones about it. Bring in the big bodies, goal line personnel. Like, we're going to pound you right between the eyeballs. Sometimes people get aggressive on second and short and take shots. This offense said, no, we want to get...
Maybe a crease. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They'll ride Davis here. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Finds a little space. Turning it on! Touchdown, Louisville! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he added the extra point. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Here's a give the ball. Maybe some room here. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Ready, set, motion.
They'll go right back to him. On the move at the 30. He rolls all the way up to the 40-yard line before going out of bounds in this running game, making an impact. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Running right, it's ball. Oh, he's got some space. Smashes through the tackle. At the 20. Touchdown, Gators. He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Here's Brown to begin the drive. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. The Cardinals want to pick up the tempo. Might as well stick with him.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Cardinals, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Brown running left. Worked his way ahead for a pickup of about 6 yards on the play. Clock stops. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Try the right side with Brown. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. Might have a chance. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. Hand off for Brown. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. Trying play action. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Breaks into the open. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback making checks. They'll run out of the gun with Jaden Ball. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Running inside. It's Pryor. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll try to run for it.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties. They keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
The Gators kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Brown. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. He caught it! Excellent job using the clock. They get the timeout. 2 ticks remaining, and now they can put up points before going to the locker room. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll try to run with ball. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Florida.
And how about this offense responding late in the first half, getting the score, now an extra point away from tying this football game, going into the half. That's exactly how you draw up a 2-minute drill. That's how you want to finish a half.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that bull Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. The first game we'll take a look at will be Duke, taking on the NC State Wolfpack. And it's the home team in an absolute fist fight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Mountain West.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Here's Jaden one more time. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, a lot of times offenses, they feel really good when it's second and short after a good run on first down. You'll see them be aggressive. They choose to run the football, defense ready, now setting up a third and short situation. Are they going to run it 3 times in a row? The defense probably going to be ready for that.
Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And it's not a surprise so far in how this game is unfolding. Like, they're going to continue to feature this dude. Like, third downs, get him the football. Shoot, first downs, you're going to get him the football. Had a good start to this football game, and I expect we're going to continue to hear his name over and over in this one.
And the Gators getting set on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Ball. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. The run inside. It's Ball. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Handoff for ball. Could be an alley. Pass to 10. Touchdown, Gators! And that one will put them up here in the second half. His huge game continues. 3rd time he's gotten paid earned in this one. And numbers 11, 12, and 13 on the season. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12. And the Cardinals headed quickly to the line. Brown again. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
On 3rd down, here's Brown. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Cardinals decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Little bit of uncertainty there. Play clock down to 4, and they'll call a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. On the run, it's Pryor. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Here's a give to ball. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Ball again. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Punt is on its way. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. This drive will open from the 15. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Across the 25, he's got room. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And the Cardinals moving quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Florida! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the extra point was good. And he's going to try to return this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. On the move, it's Pryor. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments. Handoff for Ball. Here's a little room there. Crosses midfield. At the 30. 10. Touchdown, 6th straight win. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings. There he goes. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Cardinals racing to the line in the hurry-up. The give to Davis. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Offense lining up quickly.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, they'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And he throws hands with that strong, stiff arm, but still not a lot of running room there. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Punch it out of the air. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that first down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick, didn't let him get to the first down marker. Turnover on downs.
They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. There's a crease. The 20. He's at the 10. Into the end zone.